In the very heart of Europe, like a bridge connecting east and west, there lays a land known for its beauty, Ukraine. As the second largest country in Europe, it is famous for its nature and hospitality. Ukraine is also known for its aircraft manufacturing, production of spacecraft, rockets, and other technologies related to the aviation, space, and defense industries. Kharkiv is the first capital of Ukraine. It is a city which is rightly called an industrial and scientific heart of the country. The second largest city of Ukraine is at the same time the most student-friendly. 45 academies and universities with hundreds of thousands of students. Nationalaerospaceuniversity Kharkiv Aviation Institute, also known as KHARKHIVAE, is considered to be one of the most famous universities in Kharkiv in Ukraine. The subject of pride of KHARKHIVAE is the high level of teaching and the variety of offered training programs, many of which are also available in English. Over its nearly century-long history, the university has trained over 80,000 specialists in aviation and astronautics. Over the years, students from 87 countries studied at KHARKHIVAE. Today, KHARKHIVAE graduates create the globally known Antonov brand aircraft in the Antonov State Company. Many of them work on unique aircraft engines and helicopters at the Motor Sich Public Joint Stock Company. They create famous rockets at the enterprises of Design Bureau, Yuzhna and Yuzhmash. Also, KHARKHIVAE graduates work successfully in the Boeing Corporation and in the largest aircraft manufacturing company, Airbus. They work at the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, also known as NASA, and also in such world-famous giants as Google and Nvidia. Today, KHARKHIVAE trains specialists in the following areas. Training is provided in the field of design, production technology, operation, repair and maintenance, as well as certification of aircraft using modern methods of integrated design, engineering analysis, and computer information technologies. The university also trains specialists in the field of design technology and in production of aircraft engines and propulsion systems. Such specialists are able to design, manufacture, operate and repair power equipment in the aviation and rocket engine building, turbine engineering and other industries, as well as to introduce energy-efficient and energy-saving technologies in thermal energy and industry. Energy efficiency issues occupy an important place in education and scientific programs and projects of KHARKHIVAE. Specialists in the design, manufacture, and operation of heating equipment study a set of disciplines that represent the theoretical foundations of energy: thermal physics, thermodynamics, heat and mass transfer, methods of experimental and theoretical studies of thermal processes, and much more. For nearly 60 years, KHARKHIVAE has been training specialists in system control in space, in sky, and on Earth. From the launch of the first satellite, the first cosmonaut, and the space shuttle Buran to the present day, when such systems operate not only in Ukraine but in many countries all around the world. Students who major in this specialty study the principles of flight dynamics, automatic control theory, information and electronic systems. They learn to develop automatic control systems, programming tools, and design avionics and navigation systems. They are developing the production of elements of automatic and automated navigation and control system for aviation, rocket, and space technology objects. A student of exactly this specialty, Alexei Turokty, won the gold medal in weightlifting in 2012 at the London Olympics. Students cherish the tradition of active sport life and successful education at KHARKHIVAE. Since the late 40s of the last century, the KHARKHIVAE has been training specialists in rocket and space complexes, as well as specialists in satellites, engines, and spacecraft propulsion systems. The high level of training is provided by the fact that a graduate of this specialty, Oleg Kononenko, is the commander of the cosmonaut team who made 4 flights to the orbit. Specialists learn to develop, produce and certify aviation, rocket and space technology, its engines, propulsion units, structures and systems. Educating specialists in the design, production, and operation of constructions made of composite materials is another specialty of HAE. Students study the creation of typical structural elements in the form of graphic materials, design of components and elements of aerospace engineering, technology of their production, and experimental methods for studying their quality. While working over the graduation project, the best students carry out a full cycle of production of an unmanned aerial vehicle from composite materials, including design, construction of parts, their assembly, launch, and flight tests of the machine. And now we can see advanced aviation and space technologies reaching the ground. And one of the main consumers of these technologies today is the automobile industry. Now, the following unique materials, including aluminum alloys and composite materials, complex onboard systems, electrical, pneumatic, hydraulic, navigation and security systems, powerful components and assemblies are all our winged technologies. Thanks to the cooperation of the HAE and the Chinese corporation Sichuan Sototech New Material Company, a new educational laboratory of broadband locating was opened. The laboratories employ highly qualified radar design engineers that are capable of calculating and technically implementing the most complex radars. We have only named a small part of the specializations and areas the students of the National Aerospace University study here. An important component of student preparation is a university library, where students have access to more than 1 million copies of renowned literature to read and study, and where each student can find up-to-date scientific and technical information to prepare themselves for classes or to write a scientific paper. For more information, you can always get on the official website of the HAE.
أنا اسمي علي طه. أنا في سنة رابعة في الخيي بدرس هندسة طيران، تخصص ديزاين. موجود أكتر من تخصص زي الإنجن والأفيونكس والمانيفاكتورينج، وأنا اخترت الخيي علشان في التخصص اللي أنا حبيت أدرسه موجود هنا، والدراسة هنا يعني في الجامعة كويسة وكله تمام.
أنا اسمي مصطفى أنور عبد الغني من مصر، بدرس في جامعة الخيي، بدرس هندسة طيران سنة ثالثة. بدرس قسم مينتينانس، في أقسام كتير هنا، في انجن، في ديزاين، في مينتينانس، في افيونكس.
السلام عليكم، أنا اسمي ميار وائل ماهر. أنا طالبة مصرية بدرس في جامعة خيي الوطنية للطيران في خاركوف أوكرانيا. أنا بدرس في تخصص تصميم الطيران والهياكل الطيران. طبعا في مجالات تانية كتير زي المانيفاكتورينج، زي الافيونكس، زي المحركات. وطبعا الجامعة هنا بتساعد الطلبة كتير ان هي تنمي المعلومات بتاعتها في المجال ده، لانه في هنا practical classes كتير جدا، في مصانع بنروح نتدرب فيها وزي المكان اللي احنا واقفين فيه. فانا بشجع الناس كتير ان هي لو بتحب المجال ده تيجي جامعة خيي، ولانه كمان بتعرفك على ثقافات وعديد من nationalities ممكن تعرف عليها هنا. والجامعة جامعة وطنية وعريقة جدا في مجال الطيران. Welcome.
The bright and eventful life of HAE students will be remembered for a lifetime. Traditions, holidays, concerts, and meetings help students relax in between classes. We are sure that Kharkiv and our university will always be a second home to those who decide to devote their life to one of the most important aspects of the third millennium, aviation and astronautics. The oldest aerospace school, National Aerospace University Kharkiv Aviation Institute HAE, is waiting for you.